Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this pre-event webinar ahead of Eastern Europe Connect USA 2025. I'm Aaron Wiltshire on behalf of Celestina. We are the company delivering this event for the 9th of December upcoming. I hope some of you may have attended similar events of these in the past. Some of you may have not, but this webinar is a chance to go through some of the practicalities, reiterate the mission of this event, and just go through a few practical elements. So at the moment, we're recording this, so if you need to leave or refer to it later on, there will be a recording available. We're doing a transcript, so we'll be sending around a summary of those for those who joined, and then the approved delegates who've not yet come on board. But also, if you've got any questions, please do submit them and I will endeavour to respond to them live. If not, then in the follow-up after the event, so just use the various functions. Also, it might help if you want to select the live captions on the Zoom today. You can either do that in English or we've got the translate function also activated, so you can have me subtitled in your home language. So as I said, welcome everybody. We are now on our way, just shy of a month ahead of Eastern Europe Connect on the 9th, Tuesday, the 9th of December. So if it isn't already in your diary, please make sure to put it in your diary. I think the biggest trick of these online events is to make sure that you are clear with regards to the time zone for which you'll be joining. So I think we've already asked everybody to, in their original application, to submit the time zone they'll be joining. I think between now and the event, we will make sure to reconfirm that with everybody just to make sure that it's clear from Eastern Europe to the Pacific coast of the USA, exactly when everyone's joining. We've built the agenda to maximize the opportunity in that setup. So just to break it down as to what we're doing, this event is co-funded between Visit Europe and the European Union, and will be bringing SME tourism suppliers from Eastern Europe with outbound tour operators from the United States of America, and they will range from tour operators to agents to travel advisors. Everybody's sending clients to Europe who are interested in developing Eastern Europe. They may already be working in these markets. They may be adding them to their portfolio to engage with B2B networking, but also from the education side. So the tourism companies that have been selected, and as I speak, we've got about 2/3 of those approved from the target countries in Eastern Europe. That will be finalised at the end of this week, is a mixture of DMCs, hoteliers, and other providers. And alongside those meetings between the operators and the SMEs will be some informative sessions from the various national tourist boards of Eastern Europe and some of the local and regional DMOs as well. A very important element of this is to get some of that education over, as well as the commercial, the meetings that we'll provide. So on the Tuesday, the 19th, we'll be providing the SMEs and the operators an agenda of pre-assigned B2B meetings. So there will be 20 15-minute slots. There'll be some breaks included in that because it is quite intense if you've got a busy schedule, as well as an insight session over the half-hour break in the middle. And we're looking that we'll have around 45 plus tour operators matched up with 50 suppliers from the different countries included in this project. And the thematic element of this, we want to cover the leisure segment, really focusing on the affluent FIT visitors coming from the US, age ranges between the 18 to 34 bracket, and then the 35 to the 49 year olds. And the elements that bring this together, we're really trying to focus on nature and the outdoors, creative cities, and history and ancestry. So they're kind of the hooks with regards to the interests that the clients will bring when they discover these new opportunities in Eastern Europe. So on the educational side, obviously, some of those NTOs and DMOs will be presenting their new offers and the new products available in those destinations, but we'll also be making sure that all delegates, both on the operator and the SME side, are really up to date with the headline statistics of the outbound US market, the status of European tourism with regards to the post-COVID recovery, the war in Ukraine, and the climate change, as well as some really practical insight on the tourism transition pathway and ETIAS. So these are really practical things that we really need to help get the news out in terms of how to facilitate bringing more clients year on year to Eastern Europe. So the structure of the day will follow, and I'll in a moment give you an insight as to how the platform will work. Between now and the event, there is a few deadlines on the way. So we already have your business profiles collected through your application process. So with those details with regards to who you are and who you're looking for, we will launch the meeting requests phase. So as a buyer or supplier, you will be invited to log into the portal to see your counterparts. You'll be able to see a relatively detailed company profile of these delegates, upon which you can then start selecting your preferences. You have up to 10 preferences, which then we ask you to put in order of those you'd like to meet most. And then we will close those on the 1st of December. So opening on the 24th. So look out for the invitation on that date. And you have until the 1st to review those. We will then match based on preferences and then make sure everybody hits the standard minimum across the board. And then we'll open that up to your provisional appointments, to which, if there are any available meetings to top up your agenda, you can do so yourself manually. You'll have that from the 3rd of December. On the 8th, Monday the 8th, you'll be given access to the online platform where you'll see your final schedule, and then you'll be invited to join online on Tuesday the 9th. So for those joining in Europe, that will be in the afternoon. For those joining from the US, that will be a relatively early start in the morning. So to that point, obviously we're trying to maximize a number of meetings and FaceTime that we can provide on this online format, but do let us know in advance any times that need blocking. So for instance, if you're joining from Eastern European time, that might lead to a very late evening meetings up until 9 o'clock. So if you're not prepared to do that, please do let us know in advance that you say you'd want to finish at 8 o'clock, and we can make sure that those time slots are blocked. Likewise from the US, if you don't really want a very early start, do let us know and we'll make sure that you've got the first few meetings blocked to ease you into the day. All of these things should be sent to support@celestina.travel, and we'll collate those pieces of feedback and make sure they're blocked off in due time. It's really important that we know in advance. Otherwise, if we're doing it after the matchmaking, we have to start unpicking meetings and putting them back together again. So yeah, do let us know as soon as possible. And if you've got a query over which time zone, you let us know. We can share that information for you. So I will quickly give you a demonstration now of what the platform looks like, just so that you're prepared when we get to that stage, exactly what is going on. So if you bear with me just a moment, I will share my screen. So if you need any questions in the meanwhile, you can visit the event website. On here, there's a lot of information about the format, who's coming, the approved delegates. So you'll be able to see the tour operators that are coming in the attendee list section. So that is live now, and you'll be able to see who's coming. Not just yet their full company profiles, but that will be available, as I said, when you join the system on the 24th. So when you do that, you'll be accessing this portal here. I am signed in currently as a European supplier, and this just gives you a flavor of what you'll look like. You'll be able to see all of the companies here. So if you enter this page and just click search, you'll be able to see the full list of the companies that are attending. You can also start using some of the filters that we'll add in later. So that will be able to whittle down those companies for you. Every company then will have a full profile, so you can start thinking about who best aligns with your options. So if you are a supplier, you will only see the buyers listed, and vice versa. If you are a buyer, you will only see the suppliers listed. You'll be able to break those down with regards to who your big priorities are in terms of the alignment between what you offer and what you're looking for. So by the time we get to the 24th, there'll be a few more filters, a few more buyers, and this will be a bit more complete. And as I said, we really want you to submit 10 preferences, and they need to be in order of preference. So not just alphabetical order. There'll be the algorithm that runs to facilitate the matching puts these together in preferences. So we really encourage you to do so. As I said, then you'll have your preliminary agenda followed by your final agenda, which will be then delivered on this agenda here. So obviously you can see the breaks already lined up for the 9th of December. But by the time you get to it, your meetings will be in there, and you'll just be clicking each of those meetings to join when the time comes. So in addition to those pre-scheduled, there'll be different presentations on your agenda that you can either watch ad hoc in due time. So that again makes the most of the time zone difference between Europe and the USA, as well as the resources gallery. That's the fixed option with all of the handouts and additional video material provided by the NTOs and the DMOs, the National Tourist Boards and local and regional tourist boards, as well as the meeting hub, which is your ability to connect with everybody else in the portal. They may be your colleagues on the operator side. The DMOs and NTOs, you'll be able to book in additional meetings with those until the end of the week of the event. And it's all about then making connections for which you can then follow up in due course. So that's just a very quick introduction. When we launch this, there'll be a more detailed video of how to submit these preferences. So that's it for now. I don't see any questions, but I'll just hold on the line in case anybody has anything that they need to ask about how this works. As I said, we have your company profiles, and you'll be able to see that of your own when we launch that, just in case there are any tweaks that you need to make. We are, as I said, about still a third shy of our full number of the buyers and suppliers, and they'll be confirmed by the end of the week, and then we'll continue to add in more buyers as we go. If you have anybody who might also be interested, please do still encourage them. As I said, we are open for registration applications until the end of this week, Friday. So if you would like, if you can think of anybody for whom this would be a beneficial option, please do share that information. So I've just had a question about when you can start selecting appointments. We'll be sending that out on the 24th. But again, you're putting your preferences in. So you're not booking and managing your diary. You're putting your top 10 preferences of your counterparts in. And then we take those on an equal basis between the buyers and suppliers and the times available, and match accordingly. Thereafter, you can top yourself up after we've reached a minimum allocation of your meetings assigned. So we very much look forward to welcoming you all. As I said, make sure it's in your diary. Make sure you're clear with regards to what time zone you're needing to join from. Watch out for the invitation to the appointment preference system on the 24th of November. And if you have any questions, please submit them to support@celestina.travel. Celestina, CELESTINA .travel. We look forward to seeing you there, and we remain at your disposal if you have any questions. Thank you very much. Goodbye.